Yo, what's good, fam? It's your boy, Mr. Cheap Sense here. I don't know what happened earlier. I did a video of my scent of the day, and for some reason, it would not upload. Why, I do not know. All I know is that when I just went on YouTube to upload my video from TJ Maxx earlier today, it didn't upload. It just said something was wrong. So I deleted it and I'm going to start it over. So give me just a second. All right, so my scent of the day is from the house of Tommy Hilfiger. And this actually is a fragrance I may have glanced at online just scrolling through, but I never really paid it any attention. And I honestly knew nothing about this. This was actually released in, I believe it said 2017. And right now I'm just basically going off the top of my dome. I tried to write down the notes from earlier, and I'm actually only missing one note from the base, and I can't remember what it was. But with that being said, the fragrance that I wore today is from the house of Tommy Hilfiger, and it is Tommy Hilfiger Tropics, or Tommy Tropics. Just to get this part out of the way, I'm going to give you the box and bottle presentation. So first up, the box, just basic Tommy Tropics by Tommy Hilfiger. You would think, being tropical or saying tropical in its title, that there would be more to this box, and which is simplistic. Just has these stripes and two leaves wrap around the sides. Nothing on the back basically but ingredients. Nothing on the top. The bottom actually has information on it, and the batch code is going to be hard to see, but if you can look at the bottom, you'll see it punched into the box. You barely can see it on my camera, but it is there. So anyway, the bottle presentation is basic, typical Tommy Hilfiger bottle. If you've seen one, you've pretty much seen them all. I kind of like this bottle better than the smaller one I have. I have Tommy by Tommy Hilfiger, which is more of a Christmassy, holiday type smell. Smells kind of cinnamony, spicy. Kind of reminds me of Burberry London almost. It reminds me of a holiday scent also, with the cinnamon, spices, and all that kind of stuff. So this one is more of a freshie. There are no fruit notes in this whatsoever. So there is no papaya, no pineapple, no star fruit, no anything tropical in this whatsoever. I looked the notes up, and only thing it gave me was mint, lavender. I think there was cypress in this. There is pistachio leaf and amber, and I think amber is what gives it its sweetness. It's not overly sweet. It's like a just right type of sweet. This is not that cloying, although if you do spray one too many sprays of this, you probably will offend someone, because the hour that you get of projection out of this is beastly. Not too bad, but it is beastly. People will know you've been in the area. And I kind of like that, when people know that I've been there. The opening to this, I don't get so much lavender, but I get a lot of mint. And it's not overpowering. It's not too strong. It's a pretty decent mint. Kind of reminds me of the mint opening in Crypto Mint by Mugler. This one is not that powerful, but it will wake you up. Very crisp, very refreshing, and fresh type fragrance. This is a intro level fragrance. So this is only for someone who is just getting into the fragrance game, because Tommy Hilfiger fragrances, Tommy Bahama, Tommy, although that's an entry level also, but Tommy Hilfiger is only known by me and my generation that I know of for their clothes, pants and shirts, maybe a few other clothing items or accessories, but they're mostly known for pants and shirts back in the day. So their fragrances do have performance issues. Longevity for one, projection for two. The projection on this gets you about an hour, maybe into the hour and something minutes to pushing an hour and a half. I get about 3 to 3.5, maybe 4 hours of longevity, because it does turn into a skin scent and it gets faint. Not bad though. I like it. This would be one that you would have to take with you and reapply, or decant some and take the little decant with you. And I heard somebody say something about what is a decant. Decanting is when you take something like this or a little bigger and you transfer some of the fragrance from this to one of these, and then you can stick it in your top pocket or your pants pocket or whatever without having to drag this big bottle along with you. These and the other decants are great for traveling, like you're getting on a plane, because I've heard that, you know, they're not allowing a lot of people to take fragrances like this with them. They take it from you. So you're basically going to waste or lose money, because they probably won't give it back to you. And once you leave that airport, you'll probably never see it again anyway. Now, I don't know how true this is. This is just what I've heard from other people who have flown in the past since 9/11. But anyway, this is a pretty damn good fragrance. I am not mad that I spent, damn, that damn knee brace got me itching like hell. $17.99 for this. So about $18 for this at TJ Maxx. Me personally, I have 240 some odd fragrances, and whenever FedEx or wherever my other 3 fragrances coming from Fragrance Net, which I will never order from them again. And don't one person jump in my comment section and say something about Google Express or Google whatever it is. The purpose of getting a discounted fragrance from those websites is to save money. And when I have to take that same money and put it into shipping, it defeats the purpose of even purchasing this, because you just really paid depending on how much of a discount you got. So just say if you bought this for $20 and they discounted it and you got it for, I don't know, $16, and then you have to pay shipping on the fragrance in the end. What was the purpose of even getting the fragrance? You still just spent 20 some odd dollars for this. So it doesn't make sense to me. So I'm going to stick to Fragrance X. I don't care what anybody has to say about Fragrance Net. They basically are the same fragrance houses in my book. They sell the same stuff. One may be a little cheaper than the other one, but it's not that much of a difference. It's really not. I've been on both websites. But anyway, I'm getting beside myself, guys. Metal or aluminum top with plastic on the inside. It's just wrapped with some kind of sticker with the leaf and, you know, the stripes on it. Does not snap into place, so it will fall off if you shake it too hard. Never hold your fragrances by the top anyway. I don't care if it snaps on or not. Word of caution, you never know what can happen. Atomizer, pretty decent. I hate mixing fragrances because I just tested Black is Black vintage vinyl. Somebody said that Black is Black vintage vinyl smelled like Dior Sauvage. I don't own Sauvage because Sauvage is too sharp for me. But I do have Ventana, which is a clone of Sauvage. And so I sprayed one fragrance on one hand and the other one on the other hand. And lo and behold, vintage vinyl does smell like Sauvage or Ventana. I never paid it any attention. So thanks for bringing that up. So if anybody is looking for a cheaper alternative to Dior Sauvage, if you don't want to purchase Ventana for 20 some odd dollars, vintage vinyl runs you about $9 or $10. And you can find that at Bell, TJ Maxx, Burlington, and I don't know any other place. Maybe upstate, up north somewhere you have different stores that you may be able to find them in. But anyway, atomizer, pretty good, damn good atomizer. And like I say, up top you get that blast of mint, and I like it. If you like Crypto Mint by Mugler, you'll probably like this mint. Yes, there's gonna be some people who's gonna say this. Oh, this is synthetic. Oh, this is generic. Okay, yeah, it's cheap. It's not like those Middle Eastern oily, oil-based fragrances, or it's not Creed Aventus or any of that other crap that everybody keeps putting on a high pedestal. Okay, yeah, Creed Aventus is good. It's the holy grail of fragrances. Yada, yada, yada. Y'all can keep that. I don't need it. I don't need that price. Nothing against Creed or the fragrance or anybody who buys it. I just don't like the price. If the price was better, I'd own it. But I can't afford that crap. Paying the price for Creed Aventus is like paying rent or half of the rent. And I'm not finna do it. No. But anyway, pretty decent scent. I do not recommend this for anyone who is established or has a collection with a lot of higher end stuff. This is on the low end of the totem pole where I live, because I can't afford that high price stuff. So this will be great for me, even though I'm not entry level anymore, having 240 something fragrances. But for the person who is just starting out, who only has, 3, 4, 5, maybe 10 fragrances, this will probably be good. If you don't want to spend the price for Crypto Mint and you want a mint fragrance, I don't know many mint fragrances per se, but this one is one mint fragrance that's about $18, $17.99. So this will work good for you until you get your legs underneath you and learn the game and pick up some other fragrances. So Tommy Tropics is a pretty decent scent. I did get one compliment when I had this on today. So that's a good thing. Anyway, hopefully this video will upload and you guys will be able to see it. And before I go, because I do got to get out of here and get to work. Thank God it's Friday. Another subscriber sent a message earlier. And it was probably after I left TJ Maxx, about lunchtime, about 12 something. And I was in the mall getting me some Chinese food. And I went to Perfume World, which is actually closing down. They're going out of business. Excuse me. They have their sign up. And it said all fragrances on sale up to 70% off. So I go in and I'm thinking to myself, let's see what kind of prices they got. So I picked up, it was 2 Givenchy fragrances. It was one in the burgundy box and one in the blue box. And those discounted was like they were like $60 a piece. So I said, hold off, let me see what else you got. So I jumped over to something else. I can't remember what it was. It was something else I picked up, but it ended up being high as hell. I picked up Italiano by Armaf. She said that was $120 or $130 something dollars, which is bullshit. You can get Armaf's online for $20 and $30 something dollars all day. I picked up Futura or something like that from Armoff. Kind of reminds me of that Prada. What is it? Prada Amber bottle where the atomizer is offset. It kind of reminds me of that bottle. I think that fragrance is supposed to remind you of a Dior Homme product, and it was like $140 something, which is a lie. And then I priced like one or two other fragrances that were high as hell also. So I didn't buy anything out of there. I just left. But before I went to the mall, I stopped by TJ Maxx, and the video should be uploading soon. I had to pause it because I had to do this video over. But I bought this fragrance, and whenever I see any Karen Lowe, I go ahead and grab them, because the last time I picked up or found Karen Lowe, I think it was the red bottle, and it was a black bottle, I think it was. And I put the black one and the red one down, and somebody picked up the black one and bought it. And I didn't realize it. So from now on, if I ever see any Karen Lowe, these square bottles like this, I pick some up. I don't give a shit. I already have the gold and the red. This is my third one. And this actually, in my video, you'll see is Pure Vibe for men. And it runs you $12.99. And these fragrances in that same store I was just telling you about, Perfume World, he sells these for like 60 some odd dollars. And you can get these all day for $12.99, which is fucking ridiculous. But anyway, I'm leaving the mall, and I get in my truck, and I'm looking at messages. And y'all know I always respond to my messages. So I'm looking at the messages, and one of my subscribers say, "Hey man, nice video, you know, yada yada yada. You should try Pure Vibe by Karen Lowe. It's a great fragrance, yada yada yada." And I jump back in there, and I'm like, "Are you following me? Cause I just purchased this earlier today. How did you, like, what the fuck?" So I thought that was a funny story, but I let the young lady in the front office smell this. Actually trying to find somewhere to spray this. So I let her smell it, and she says, that smells good, but I've smelled this before. And I smelled it myself. And I stood there and I thought about it, and I was like, you know what? I said, I've smelled this before too. I don't know exactly what this is supposed to be. Something either I have or have smelled before. It smells just like this. And I think Karen Lowe makes clones, because the red one reminds me of what is it? Polo Red Extreme or Polo Red. The gold one somebody said was something else, and this one reminds me of a fragrance that I have or have smelled, and I can't remember what it is, but when I figure it out, I will let you guys know. But regardless to the fact, I like these bottles, even though they're kind of small and cube-like. They remind me of Encre Noir a little bit, bottles. So I'm just really a collector. I like, you know, different things, bottles that are different, like Oscar de la Renta, the one that looks like a domino. I love that bottle. So I like these also, and hopefully I can get my hands on a full set of these. Taking some time. I could order them, but you know, I'd rather just do like I've been doing and keep going in and out the stores, because I like to hunt. And people say they don't know why I waste my time going back and forth, wasting gas and yada yada yada. Well, it's my life. I like to do things how I want to do them. I order when I want to order, and I go and look for what I want to look for, and it's mostly just for fun. It's the thrill of it. Going out of town to Jacksonville, Savannah, wherever I go, and, you know, getting out of little small Brunswick from time to time. I don't want to keep, you know, hanging out in this same little bitty town and not doing nothing. So usually I run and do stuff, it's for my pleasure. It's not for anybody else's. When I buy fragrances or, find things, then I do this for you guys. But the leisure part of it is for me. For me to get out and see women and, see the sights and see what things are changing. If there are new stores out, do the stores have anything good? Stuff like that. So you don't have to jump in the comment section and belittle me by saying you don't understand why this and why that. It's not meant for you to understand. It's my life. And you have yours. I don't question you guys when you guys order fragrances that cost $200, $300, and $400, and I don't understand it. But that's your preference. If you want to do that and you can afford to do it, I salute you. Cool. But you don't have to jump in my comment section and say these things to me and not expect it to resonate somewhere within me. So with that being said, guys, not a bad find, I don't think. Yes, I could have bought something else if I would have saved this little $13. Ooh. But it is what it is, guys. So Tommy Tropics, entry-level fragrance, minty, little sweetness, pretty good for hot spring days, hot summer days. I would not really wear this on a date or anything like that, because you would really want to wear something sensual, something sexy, something such as like Dolce & Gabbana The One, or Chanel Allure Homme Sport Eau Extreme, or whatever, But I got to get out of here, guys. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for ringing that bell to get notifications. Make sure you guys please go out and tell your friends, tell your family to jump in and subscribe to your boy Mr. Cheap Sense channel. We're moving up in subscribers. I can't tell you how many we're at right now because I try not to look at it. I want it to be a surprise when I do look at it. Last I know, we were at a little over 200. So I don't know where we are now. I have subscribed to a few channels on Facebook, and I have done 1 or 2 videos on Facebook. So I'm trying to get back into that, and I know some people have subscribed since then, so that could help out. I may jump back on Instagram because I keep getting notifications, even though I'm not on Instagram anymore. I keep getting notifications that people are following me, so I may jump back on and throw a few videos and see if anybody jumps over and subscribes from there. With that being said, I hope you guys have a great evening. Make sure you watch the game tonight. I think this is game 6 of Golden State and Houston Rockets. Hopefully, I really want Houston to win because I'm kind of tired of Golden State being the only team going and winning in the past few years. I really want somebody else to win, so I wouldn't mind if Houston won the championship this year, or what's the other team? The Milwaukee Bucks. I wouldn't mind Milwaukee winning because them guys are playing their hearts out. And with that being said, I'm out of here, guys. Peace.